going to show standard positioning for Une Bobine. We will take it out, plug it into our USB extension cable. This is plugged into a standard USB wall jack. We'll start with portrait mode. You can see it's pretty easy to get the positioning. Now you do want to make sure that the base is coiled and your top is approximately center of that coil. You can adjust it higher or lower. If you're having trouble with a position, just play around with it until you can get it to stabilize. You can also use Une Bobine on an angle. To do this positioning, you do want to make sure that the weight of the phone is approximately over the center of the coil. And you do want to take extra care if you're using an iPod Touch, for instance, that has the rounded corner, as you may not be able to go as severe of an angle. Next we'll show landscape configuration, which is a little different. We found that this shape works the best for landscape. As always, ensure your phone is stabilized, and then it'll stay very nicely. You can also get a slight angle on landscape mode. This video will show Une Bobine for micro USB. We're going to start with our Samsung Galaxy S2. Just plug this into our USB extension. Now the first thing I want to point out is that if you just put your phone on top, there might be a lot of space in there. That's what these 5 little caps have been provided for. If you look on the inside of the caps, 3 of them look very similar, and on the inside of the cap you'll see a letter A, B, and C. These caps provide different spacing to your phone. I'm going to throw C on here for the S2, and you'll notice now the phone sits very tightly to the connector. Positioning at that point is just about the same as with the iPhone version. You can go tall, short, you can go in landscape position. You just want to keep in mind that you do want some sort of a base made from the cable underneath it to give it the stability and the support. Next, I'll show the Galaxy Nexus. Again, I'm using the C cap. Now, just because I'm showing the C cap on both of these phones does not mean that's going to be the best cap on your phone. We've even held 2 Galaxy Nexus side by side, and they've used different caps. We see a lot of variations from phone to phone, even within the same phone model. So try the cap that fits yours best and gives you the tightest fit along the bottom. Now the Nexus will sit a little looser than, say, an S2 because of the curvature on the bottom of the phone, but it does still sit nice and secure. As you can see, you can do landscape and portrait. Last, I want to show the Galaxy Note. Now the Note, you do want to take a little more care when positioning it. Just because of the size and the weight of the phone, but you can see it does stay in landscape. We'll go to portrait mode now. I definitely recommend with any device that you take the device off of your bobine before repositioning it, but with the Note especially due to the size and the weight of this phone. Now once you position your Note, even though it's a significantly larger phone, it should stay positioned where you place it. Now the same principles apply to Petite Bobine as they do to Une Bobine. You always want to make sure you have at least somewhat of a stable base on the cable before you put your phone on. But once you do have that base, it's going to stay in position right where you put it. You can get Petite Bobine in landscape as well. It's just a little bit smaller. This is actually how I use mine on my nightstand. This is Une Bobine for iPhone. Now with Une Bobine, you still want to make sure that you have a decent base supporting it when you plug your phone on. But as you can see, the cable can hold the weight as long as you have this base supporting it. You can go to landscape mode